Hi, my name is Mary. Today FM plays the best music in Lambasa. Today FM rocks.
My name is Thomas. I'm here in Nakasi and I like to listen to Today FM because it rocks.
My name is Milenia. Today FM rocks here in Singatoka.
My name is Alfriti and Today FM rocks here in Tabwa.
My name is Mary Jane. I love listening to Today FM here in Ba. Today FM rocks.
My name is Ilay Tiambal and I love listening to Today FM. Today FM rock.
In the news tonight, Fiji first files nomination for general election. Rambuka says Ratanaingama decision is final. And NFP names final list of candidates.
From the studios of FBC Suva, Jackie Smith.
The Fiji First Party filed its provisional candidates nomination with the Fijian Elections Office this afternoon. Party General Secretary Ayaz Said Qayyum says they have given everything that is required of them before being screened by the FEO.
We've filed our nominations for the 51 candidates, together with our $51,000, which is $1,000 paid by each candidate. And of course, the declaration by the individual candidates in respect of them wanting to stand for the elections.
We now join Anna live. Anna, Fiji First being the first party to file its nominations this evening. Having spoken to the party General Secretary, what else did he have to say?
Jackie, the Fiji First Party filed a nomination candidate list with the Fijian Elections Office just a little after 5 this afternoon. The General Secretary, Ayaz Said Qayyum, says that they handed 3 sets of documents to the Fijian Elections Office. What happens now is that the Fiji First will have to wait for the approval of the Fijian Elections Office to give the green light for the 51 candidates to stand for this year's general election. After the verification and confirmation from the FEO, the Fiji First will then have to declare assets and liabilities for each individual candidate, and then that information will be made public. And this is the first political party out of 8 political parties to file their nominations, and they have till next week Monday before the FEO vets each candidate from each political party. Jackie.
Thanks so much for that update, Anna. The Sodelpa hierarchy seems to be at odds over an announcement by party leader Sitiveni Rambuka that Ratanaingama Lalambalavu is the deputy leader for the party. Following the story run by FBC News yesterday, Party General Secretary Andiliti Baravi today told us that this was incorrect and we should retract the story. There was a strong objection to the announcement by Andilitia, who says the details given by Rambuka was not valid. Rambuka today maintaining his stand that Ratanaingama will be the deputy leader and it was final. Ali Kimbia with the story.
Despite some strong objection from party members on the selection of Ratanaingama Lalambalavu as deputy party leader, Sitiveni Rambuka says the decision is final.
And the selection has been made, and it's now too late to call the management board.
Party General Secretary Andiliti Baravi says the appointment should be done by the management board and the authorization should come from her. However, Rambuka says he is the party leader and he has the authority to make this decision.
She was just being cautious, and I told everybody to be cautious at this time. So I can afford to make those initial statements. Other members of the party may be cautious about making initial statements.
Rambuka says the amendment to the party constitution was followed, and that's the reason of the selection of Ratanaingama. Ali Kimbia, FBC News.
Sodelpa leader Sitiveni Rambuka claims the fear of losing Indo-Fijian supporters is the reason stopping NFP leader Professor Biman Prasad from working with him. Rambuka revealed this while speaking on the For the Record show on FBC TV last night. Ali Kimbia with the story.
As the general election draws near, the talks of post-election collision between political parties continue to be in the forefront of questions being asked by Fijians. The latest twist to a likely collision with NFP and Sodelpa is now for sure not happening, as both parties try to rake in the votes and also not upset their potential supporters. Sodelpa leader Sitiveni Rambuka says the pre-election collision is not possible, as majority of the Indo-Fijian community still have not forgiven him after what transpired in 1987.
But being realistic about it, because still that political pool in the masses, that will probably not give him the votes he needs to be formidable. It's safer for him not to be working with me.
In 1999, Rambuka's SVT party forged a coalition with then NFP leader Jairam Reddy, which was not widely accepted by the Indo-Fijian community. Rambuka says he blames himself for the downfall of the NFP party in 1999, and that's why the current party leader has refused to work with him.
In fact, I've blamed myself for the exit of such great leaders as Harish Sharma and James Raman and Jairam Reddy from the political scene in Fiji for trying to work with me.
Meanwhile, NFP leader Professor Biman Prasad says this is not true.
Our party's resolution was very clear even before Mr. Rambuka became the leader of the Sodelpa party. We have always maintained, as we did from 2014, that the NFP under the current system is going to fight the election on its own.
However, Rambuka believes Prasad is keen on working with him. However, it's only the members who are still against it due to Rambuka's political reputation. Ali Kimbia, FBC News.
Former Fiji Labour Party Treasurer Anindra Prasad is one of the new provisional candidates to contest the upcoming general election under the National Federation Party ticket. Prasad is one of the 9 candidates announced by party leader Professor Biman Prasad this afternoon. Prasad was also a candidate for the FLP in the 2014 general election. Meanwhile, former Fiji Rugby Union Development Officer Osea Umulovo is also one of the new candidates. The other proposed candidates includes Rajnishlata Charan, Dr. Sunil Kumar, Charanjit Singh, Semi Titoko, Amol Kumar, Basepa Rosarine Langi, and party leader Professor Biman Prasad.
The Labour Party for the last 24 years, I was very loyal to the party, and now I have seen there's a need to be changed, and I have gone through campaigning. I have seen people need change, and I can see this National Federation Party can make a lot of changes in Parliament.
I'm glad finally my name is out. Now I can get down to campaigning and talking to people. And so far I'm positive that NFP will do very well in the election.
A total of 637,527 people will be eligible to vote on Election Day next month. Supervisor of Elections Mohammed Saneem says the FEO has already printed the provisional voter list by polling station for individual pre-poll stations. Saneem says 316,431 are females, while 321,096 are males. He says the Central Division has the most voters.
The Central Division has 265,184 voters. Western Division is second highest with 244,245 voters. North has 94,094 voters. Eastern Division has 26,034 voters. And a total of 7,970 voters are registered from overseas.
Still to come, Tamavoi Y Bridge to be replaced within a year. And Northern taxi operators told to follow rules. Details after the break.
Bula, nevang gomal kay leloma, ngongai nakas untuk makarong ng Bula FM, nambang dua na sere.
Hoya ubasit sai sa Lambasa, ya untuk talitay na warong ng Bula FM, nambang dua na sere.
Gua do tumeli ako na tao no hinga toka, talitay kina na warong ng Bula FM, nambang dua na sere.
Nevang go fani na tao niyo go singa toka, kita untuk talitay ka ng Bula FM, nambang dua na sere.
Bula FM, nambang dua na sere.
The Tamavoi Y Bridge, a major link between Suva and Lami, will be replaced within 12 months. Fiji Roads Authority Chief Executive Jonathan Moore says out of several bridges around the country, the Tamavoi Y Bridge has been identified as in need of immediate attention. Pranita Prakash reports.
The Fiji Roads Authority confirms the contract to replace the Tamavua Iwai Bridge has been awarded to an overseas contractor.
The first few months of the contractor's work will be designing the structural supports and also getting the bridge constructed, because it's been delivered. The bridge has been delivered. So the first 3 months there'll be a few ground missions there to do abutments and piers, and then the bridge parts will be arriving probably 4 or 5 months into the contract. and the bridge should be open within 12 months of starting.
Currently, there is weight and lane restriction on this bridge to allow for maintenance work.
The repair works that we've done recently, we're about to finish those repair works, and they are to make sure that the bridge can maintain that level of service until we replace it. Within 12 months, the bridge will be replaced.
The bridge, once replaced, will be a relief for many people travelling along Suva and Lami.
I think it is will be good if it's replaced.
So it's good this bridge to be replaced because it's the major link between Lami and Suva.
If the thing they replace the thing, it will be better than that one before.
Meanwhile, the Fiji Roads Authority has today confirmed that the weight and lane restriction placed on this bridge in August will remain in place to ensure safe operation of the bridge. Pranika Prakash, FBC News.
FICAC lawyer Rashmi Aslam has disclosed the identity and statement of the complainant in the case of Sodelpa leader Sitiveni Rambuka. A sealed copy of the information was given to Rambuka's lawyer Filimoni Vosarongo in court today.
Aslam stated legally there is no need for the court's interference with disclosing of information. However, if the defense counsel releases the name of the complainant, then it must be in the interest of justice under subsection 2 of the law. Rambuka's lawyer Vosarongo agreed with FICAC's explanation and informed the court it will be given to the trial counsel before the trial starts on Monday. Rambuka is charged with providing false declaration of assets, income and liabilities to the supervisor of elections. It is alleged last year Rambuka failed to provide information pertaining to tax liability with the Fiji Revenue and Customs Service, which amounted to $316,000. He is also alleged to have failed to declare investment in interest income from Ragwan Constructions Limited in the amount of $200,000 and $16,000 respectively, and also a liability in the amount of $120,000. In addition, Rambuka faces one count of breaching his bail conditions. It is alleged that on June 18 this year, he allegedly approached and interfered with one of prosecution's witness. The session has been adjourned to next Monday. Rachel Na, FBC News.
Taxi operators in the Northern Division have been urged to follow all road rules and provide safe service to the public. Divisional Police Commander North SSP Eparama Wanga says between 1st January and October 5th this year, 44 taxi drivers were arrested for drunk driving in the country. Catherine Krishna reports.
Out of the 44 taxi drivers arrested for drunk driving, 14 were from the Southern Division, while 11 were from the East and 6 were from the Northern Division.
Speeding infringements involving taxi drivers for the same period saw a total of 14,495 infringement notices for the same period. The Southern Division recorded the highest with 6,583, followed by the Western Division with 4,363, the Eastern Division with 2,673, and the North recorded 876 bookings.
Wanga says as public service providers, the drivers are bound to protect the life of the people they serve.
The mere fact that we have taxi drivers who once in the course of providing services were arrested for these offences warrants urgent attention by our members, because it goes against your PSV Code of Conduct and the laws of the land.
President for Fiji Taxi Association Lambasa branch Mahendra Singh says the issue of illegal operators remains a concern for them.
Illegal operators of taxis, private vehicles, airlines, rental cars are moving in taxis, and police force, LTA and Lambasa Town Council to come very hard on these operators upon third booking the driver's license and the vehicle number plates to be seized and suspend who are not operating from their fixed stand and place.
Wanga says the working relationship between the police and the members of the taxi industry will change only when both parties work together to address the many issues faced. The Fiji Taxi Association Lambasa branch had their special general meeting yesterday and the office bearers remained the same. Catherine Krishna, FBC News.
The Agriculture Ministry and other stakeholders are working to help dairy farming increase production and fight against two diseases, brucellosis and TB. Fiji Cooperative Dairy Company Limited Chief Executive Sachita Nand has admitted that most farmers have suffered huge cattle losses due to late testing. Nand says farmers will contribute to the spread of both diseases if they don't get their dairy animals tested.
We are going to give them a project. We're working on a project for calf rearing and for boundary fencing. We are also looking at subsidizing calf rations and calf milk replaces. So these are all activities geared into getting calves on the field, raising good quality calves so that the replenishment stock, when it comes in, are good stock and then can improve the production on those farms.
If you're living in the Central Division and have nothing planned for Wednesday, come down to Suva's Albert Park with your family and friends to celebrate Fiji Day with your fellow Fijians from all walks of life. FBC will be hosting a Fiji Day celebration to give back to Fiji from 3 p.m. to 10 p.m. Gold FM Programs Director Kara Koroi says it will be a free concert and a day full of activities, both for adults and children. There will be rides and food stalls. There will also be lots of entertainment, including live bands, dance groups, face painting, and so much more.
And taking into account that Fiji is a multi-religious and multicultural country, we now celebrate with a lot of cultures, taking into account that we have everybody from each part of the country, and some people are visiting Fiji from various parts of the world to all celebrate Fiji's 48th year of independence.
Coming up in sports later, Jamie will have the very latest from the IDC, but before that, here's Rachel with all the day's business updates.
Thanks, Jackie. Good evening, and coming up after the break. Proud moves to a new Lautoka premises. And in Growing Fiji, FRA to replace 70 bridges around Fiji. Stay with us.
Lola, I am Eleanor. For the best classic hits, I only listen to Gold FM here in Singapore. Gold FM, only the classic hits.
My name is Seni Rawa. I love listening to Gold FM here in Nosuri. Gold FM, only the classic hits.
My name is Dino. I'm from Outrigger, Coral Coast, Singatoka. I love listening to Gold FM, only the classic hits.
My name is Salote. I love listening to Gold FM here in Nosuri. Gold FM, only the classic hits.
Bula, my name is Marida. Gold FM plays the best classics here in Outrigger, Singatoka.
Gold FM, only the classic hits.
In business tonight, Prouds Fiji has invested a significant amount of money to relocate to a new premises in Lautoka. The new Lautoka Prouds outlet is now situated at the Provident Plaza on Naviti Street. The location comes with a very spacious store and a wide range of products. Prouds has also received a positive feedback from customers in regards to the relocation.
The new premises has enabled our stop to be one-stop shop for all Prouds brand, including ranges for handbags, sunglasses, jewelry, watches, tobacco under one roof. Previously, we had tobacco, range and other household electrical items at separate store, but the new location allows us to feature the renowned brand home appliances, which includes washing machine, other appliances and other products under one roof.
It's time for Sharon to give us the latest from the money markets.
A quick look at last week's trading on the South Pacific Stock Exchange. 9 of the listed stocks were traded, noting various share price movements. Communication Fiji recorded 1 cent increase to close at $4.90. Fiji Care Insurance shares rose by 5 cents and finished at $1.40. FMF Food shares were also up by 5 cents to close at $1.90. RB Patel Group shares ended the week at $4.94, noting a 5 cent rise. Meanwhile, Kontiki Finance shares dropped by 3 cents to finish at $1.06. As such, the overall market capitalization rose by 0.25% and ended the week at $2.67 billion. And that's the wrap from our local stock market. Vinaka.
Thanks, Sharon. On to the exchange rates. The global currency market continued to be volatile. Once again, the Fiji dollar was on the rise against our major trading partners, Australia and New Zealand, but showed a little slippage against the other currencies we cover.
As for the commodities market, prices were on the descent. Oil price dropped more than $1 to just under $74 a barrel. Gold was down to close at $1,197 an ounce, and silver dropped slightly to $14.50 an ounce. In Fiji tonight, the Fiji Roads Authority is planning major construction to replace bridges around the country over the next 5 years. Chief Executive Jonathan Moore says 70 bridges will be replaced, while in the short term, 17 of these bridges will be replaced.
It's a phased change of the bridges because our inspections give us a life of the bridge. So our inspectors go and look at the bridges and they'll say we've got 2 years in this bridge or we've got 5 years in this bridge. We then have the choice to either replace the bridge within that period of time, or they'll also recommend remedial action to support the bridge.
And that's business for tonight. Jamie joins you now with sports.
Thank you, Rachel, and good evening in sports tonight. Matches confirmed for IDC semi-finals.
Hi, I'm Jyotishma. I'm from Singatoka. I love listening to Mirchi FM. Mirchi FM is hot.
Mirchi FM is #1.
I'm Charlene Robert. Mirchi FM rocks in Lambasa.
I'm Soname Nasari Jackson. Mirchi FM is hot.
My name is Raymond Dutt. I'm in Baba Singh Alliance. Mirchi FM is hot in Lambasa.
I'm Pritika from Jackson Nasori. I love listening to Mirchi FM here in Nasori. Mirchi FM is hot.
Mirchi FM, it's hot.
Local Premier football teams will not be allowed to postpone games unless 5 or more of their players leave with the national side for an international meet. This was stressed to all local football coaches and managers present at the Fiji Football Association 80th ordinary meeting at the Fiji FA Academy in Watuanga today. Mary Tavanga with the details.
Premier League teams will be able to postpone a local match if 5 players depart for international duty, but not if it's 4 or less.
You register 35 players to 40 players. And whenever the national team is called, all the teams with 4 players or less still wants their postponement. This won't be allowed.
Fiji FA President Rajesh Patel says the departures of experienced players for games overseas gives opportunities for young players to fill in their shoes.
In Vodafone Premier League, to check the other players which might be sitting on the bench all year round to see how good they are, and it gives them an opportunity to play. And that way you know, oh, he's better than the ones we have kept in selected.
On another matter, now that the financial and executive problems of the Oceania Football Confederation have been resolved, Fiji FA Chief Executive Mohammed Yusuf says they will now be able to apply for funding.
It's a great thing that AFC is now reformed, and Fiji can access that funding from whatever we are getting now and whatever we managed through sponsors and gates taking. Now we can apply for more funding. FIFA will release about $15 to $16 million per year to the OFC, which will distribute the money to football associations in Oceania countries. Melita Vanga, FBC Sports.
With more on today's meeting, we now join Vashnil Prasad, who's with Fiji FA President Rajesh Patel. Vashnil.
Yes, Jamie, it's an exciting atmosphere here at the Fiji FA headquarters. Probably the winners of the Vodafone Premier League will be awarded tonight. And here with me is Mr. Rajesh Patel, the President of Fiji Football Association. Mr. Patel, what is the function tonight?
Well, it's a Vodafone Premier League Awards night for the teams and the districts that have won the Premier League and the Senior League. And at the same time, we're also recognizing the senior coaches that have been through the coaching course of Fiji FA. And as you know, that we have passed it already, that only the senior coaches, senior coaching courses that coaches have passed can only sit on the bench. And this is a step forward to make sure that all the districts have got qualified coaches on the bench, and we follow the Fiji FA's pathway and the philosophy that the team, national team coach and the technical directors have put in place. And that is the reason we are hosting this. And this is a function to thank and appreciate also all the hard effort of Vodafone that are the major sponsors, which without them this wouldn't have been possible. possible. And we're happy to organize during the courts IDC. The reason being because this is when all the districts and officials are here, so it becomes very easier as far as logistics is concerned to do it today.
In the Congress this morning, probably you also discussed about the future of the districts that were dropped from the senior division. What do you have to say about that?
Well, yes, good news is for the people of Bua and the Mawalu area. Bua has been readmitted from the associate membership. They fulfilled the criteria of Fiji FA, what we needed them to do it with the clubs and all those things. So today, Bua was admitted. Nandonga was on the verge of relegation. They still not fulfilled, but we have given them, and they have come up with the 6 clubs registration with the Fiji FA. And this is something that we want. It's not that we want to kill football in districts all over Fiji. We want to help develop them, but develop it in the right way so their players also get an access way and pathway to the national duties, national team, and at the same time get an opportunity to play in any ambition they have as a player, as a soccer player, to play in the world. And if they've got good talents, they will be given the opportunity, and that's why we want the administrators to do the right thing to make sure they support the players and they help develop the football in this area.
Thank you, Mr. Patel. So there you go, good news for the district like Bua. Hope to see them in the Premier Division of the Courts IDC, but don't forget, tomorrow will be the semi-finals of the Premier Division at the ANZ Stadium, which has been shifted from the afternoon session to the late afternoon, I can say. At 4:30 you will see Nandi taking on Lautoka, and at the 7 p.m. semi-final you will see Lambasa taking on Suva. Jamie.
The battle for supremacy at the Courts Inter-District Championship enters into the semi-final stage tomorrow, with Suva and Lambasa going head-on in the second semi-final. While Suva calls the ANZ Stadium home, they'll be up against a team that has always enjoyed tremendous support at Laudala, a fact which was more than evident when the Mbamba Lions defeated Ba 2-0 last night. Marcel Prasad has more.
The heavy downpour brought about blessings for the Lambasa side as the Bambasinga Lions rattled Bailey.
Looking for and in flicking it through, and they're coming through, and Lambasa. And the Lambasa flags will go flying. Peter Levadi makes it 2-0.
The result sent Lambasa into the semi-final where Suva waits for them.
We need to work a bit more on our discipline. The cards that we've got in the last 2 days, 1 or 2 players I think may be out on Tuesday. With goal scorer Siotambe Kumbu out after coping a red card, Lambasa players believe they have got enough depth in their bench to do the job.
Suva is a good side. They have qualified for the semi-final, so nothing taken away from the Suva side. But when you enter the ground, it's totally a different game at all.
For the star-studded Suva team, it was not a good start to the tournament, losing 2-1 to Nandi, but have found their rhythm as the tournament has progressed.
After losing first game, we combined well in the second and third game and qualified for the semis. So far it's looking good now.
Suva last won the IDC title in 2014 when Napoleon Ingase Vakatini scored a goal against Nandi at the same venue, whereas Lambasa won it 2 years ago, beating Ba 2-1 also at Laudala. They face each other at 7 p.m. tomorrow. Vashnil Prasad, FBC Sports.
Meanwhile, neighbours Nandi and Lautoka will face off in the other IDC semi-final tomorrow. While Lautoka targets a final spot to defend its title, the Jet Setters are eager to end their 16-year IDC drought. Vasil Prasad has more.
Defending champion Lautoka has got a game plan up its sleeve which they hope will help them dethrone the high-flying Nandi outfit.
People criticized about the formation, and I don't think so it was wrong. And there are people who should understand what we are doing.
Lautoka qualified as pool runner-up after 2 wins and a loss. Defender Chone Vesikula believes their pool results is now history.
Regroup again and work on our mistakes, because this game it's a learning process for us too.
Their opponent Nandi has been one of the best teams in the IDC so far. With the injection of New Zealand-based Horace James and Imran Khan and their goal-scoring machine Rusiate Matrirenga, the side knows what to do against the Blues for win.
While Lautoka is a very good side, I have confidence in my boys that we can beat Lautoka, but we have to stay together.
Nandi last won the IDC in 2002, a drought they are keen to end. The two teams clash at 4:30 p.m. tomorrow. Vashnil Prasad, FBC Sports.
A late missed penalty kick by Manchester City has instigated a 3-way tie at the top of the English Premier League. In top 14 rugby, Montpellier has jumped to 4th place after beating Toulon 29-17 this morning. Despite not having Nemani Nandolo in their lineup, Timothy Nangusa stepped up in his place to ensure his fellow flying Fijian was not missed during the game. In today's play of the day, Lambasa's Edwin Sahayam has scored what can be classed as the goal of the season so far when the Mbamba Lions defeated Lautoka 1-0 in the IDC pool match over the weekend. Sahayam powered a thunderous shot which found Lautoka goalkeeper Beniamino Matainangara napping.
Peter Dow, the late Nasoni Mbuli, all for the Service Soccer Club. As in comes the shot by Edwin Shime. And a beautiful shot by Edwin Shime. Lautoka defenders were watching. They slid. Edwin Shime drove.
That's it from sports tonight. Join Angie later on with weather and then new media. A look at the latest Fitbit watch. That's after the break.
Narang golesenya, awama kita benakas, dorong bina kape, on radio Fiji 1, nandomo ibit.
Ayaw benyana, kita barong on radio Fiji 1, nandomo ibisi, ihi natoka.
Guado ilaisa ingatoka, rong bina na heramakawa ina radio Fiji 1 ingatoka.
Radio Fiji 1, nandomo ibiti.
It's weather time now with Angie.
Hello there and welcome to the Weather World. Hope you had a lovely weekend and are looking forward to another one. It's a short week and I'm sure you're setting your mood right. On the other side of things, there is a heavy rain alert enforced for the country. There is high chances of flash flooding in low-lying areas, so be safe and keep the little ones away from flooded areas. Let's quickly take a look in the west. It was a mix of sun and showers, little humid as well. Eastwards from Pack Harbour to Suva, it was mainly cloudy with heavy showers and thunderstorms are also in the picture. Drivers, please drive with care. And up north, overcast conditions followed by showers. At sea, southeast winds 20 to 25 knots, rough seas. For the tides, high tide at 5:52 p.m. with low tide at 12:04 a.m. Sunrise at 5:42. For tomorrow, showers will occupy. Expect more showers than sunshine. Tomorrow's temps, Savu will be the coolest at 30 degrees. And looking further on to Wednesday, it's Fiji Day holiday. The showers are moving away as per the forecast, but you know our weather is so variable. Well, let's hope for the best weather. That's all from the FBC Weather World. Jackie.
Thanks so much for that, Angie. In Fiji and Pulse tonight, we asked, what are your plans for the Fiji Day public holiday?
I am planning with my family to celebrate this Fiji Day by going to our new farm. This Fiji Day, I'm planning to take my kids down to Navua and celebrate Fiji Day at Vasis Muni College in Navua.
Probably I'll be going to watch the IDC finals.
I'll be staying home with my family and I spend the day with them.
I'll be trying to go down to Ndembo and spend Fiji Day celebration with my family.
I will be spending it with my family, cleaning up the house. I think that's an opportune time to be together at home.
My plan is to go to the village with my family and celebrate Fiji Day there.
On the Fiji Day holiday, I will be spending it with my family.
Recapping the main stories for tonight, Fiji first files nomination for general election. Rambuka says Ratanangama decision is final and NFP names final list of candidates. Now for these stories and others, you can tune in daily to our sister radio station Gold FM. To our poll question segment last week, we asked, are you going to wear pink this month to support breast cancer awareness? 74% said yes. This week we're asking, should every Fijian fly a flag for Fiji Day week? Visit our FBC website to answer. Before we go, our shot of the day is from the IDC football tournament where fans brave the wet weather conditions to cheer and watch their respective teams battle it out at the NZ Stadium. Remember, you can send us newsworthy pictures and videos on email fbcnews@fbc.com.fj or share it with us via Facebook page FBC News. You can also follow and tweet us your news tips at FBC_news or simply hashtag FBC News. That was the FBC News for tonight. From the team and I, stay safe. Good night.
मैं नवनीत नंद नम्बुआ से। जैसे प्रेनी नोट मशहूर है वैसे रेडियो फिजी 2 भी सभी जगह मशहूर है। रेडियो फिजी 2 देश की धड़कन।
सीमा नकाशी से मैं रेडियो फिजी 2 पसंद करती हूँ सुनने के लिए। रेडियो फिजी 2 देश की धड़कन।
मैं हूँ अंकल किंग सिंगाटोका टाउन के टैक्सी ड्राइवर। जैसे रग्बी फेमस है वैसे रेडियो फिजी 2 फेमस है।
रेडियो फिजी 2 देश की धड़कन।